wondering where you are. The reason I am filming from my living room instead of from the room I usually film in is because all the light bulbs burned out and I don't have any to refill them with. Not refill, replace. That's the word I'm looking for. For your viewing pleasure, here is the Happily Christmas tree and the Happily Saber giant poster that is really big. But anyway, today we are going to be doing another fall preview, though also known as a first impression, since I don't think I can technically call it fall preview anymore since it's December now, ho ho ho. We are going to be talking about Psycho Pass today, so let's do it! Yeah! Psycho Pass takes place in a future where it's possible to tell whether somebody is a potential criminal or not by measuring their Psycho Pass, which takes into account their mental state, their personality, etc. When the possibility of criminal intent is too high, the person is apprehended with lethal force if necessary by a special team called enforcers, who happen to be potential criminals themselves. Who'da thunk? They are overseen by a group known as the Inspectors, who make sure that the enforcers do their jobs, but within legal means. The story focuses on a specific group known as Unit 1, which consists of Enforcer Kogame, Inspector Akane, as well as a handful of other interesting characters involved in it. The director of the show has talked about how with Psycho Pass they're trying to stay away from the moe trend that's been in a lot of anime recently, and stick to a darker, more gruesome side of storytelling. And so far, the setup for Psycho Pass has been exactly that. The plot is intriguing and fun. Definitely. But more importantly than that, it sets up a story that more than likely will get people to think and contemplate the implications of such a society if it were to actually happen. Many questions are already raised in this first episode about the moral gray grounds and the laws in society, and it'll be really interesting to see how the series answers them. Be warned that the creators do not seem like they're going to shy away from showing the dark sides of human nature, as this first episode alone not only had lots and lots of blood, it also had a rape scene as well. So please be aware before you watch that those triggers are in there. Character-wise, Psycho Pass is relying heavily on its wide variety of characters to explain the details. Maybe a little bit too much so. My biggest complaint about the first episode is definitely the way that they use Akane. She was the new girl in the forest and was always at the top of her class, and the creators utilize her as a medium for the audience. They use her to describe exactly how the world of Psycho Pass works, the relationship between the enforcers and the inspectors, and how the Dominator, aka the special gun used to capture potential criminals, is used. It's not that I don't like her as a character, it just wasn't subtle enough for me, and it made the dialogue feel forced and really took me out of the story. Now, I totally understand that real life is completely different than a classroom or a textbook, but shouldn't she have enough knowledge of her position to not be flabbergasted every single time there's a new reveal? Maybe? Hopefully though, that will not be the case for future episodes. With Kenny Nobuchi, writer for Fate Zero and Madoka Magica, at the script's helm, we as the audience should probably expect nothing short of his usual deconstruction of character ideals, with Akane's black and white view of the world seeming to be the primary focus. Along with Akane, we're introduced to the rest of Unit 1, all of whom vary greatly in terms of personality. With the quick introduction the viewer gets to each of them, it's hard to really make a connection with any of them, but But for a series that has so many details to explain plot-wise, this is kind of expected. Hopefully, as the series does its thing, rolls out a little bit more details, we'll get more of a feel for the characters and who they are. If the camera angle changed, it's because my card filled up and I had to move the camera around, but whatever, we can just keep going. The art of the show is dark and fascinating, setting the mood perfectly, though it does get a little bit too dark at times, so make sure if you're watching it on the computer that your screen light is up to the 100% mark. But other than that, the animation is fluid and intense, and it might be a little too presumptuous to make this call, but I think that each character design is going to suit each character's personality very well. The music is creepy and cool, complementing this show awesomely, and while the ending may not be Supercell's best work in my opinion, I still think it's a very catchy song. Overall, Psycho Pass starts off a little bit slow, but it offers an intriguing and fun setup that should grip the viewer's attention enough and make them stick around for at least a few more episodes. There are currently 8 episodes of Psycho Pass out, and you can find them on Hulu or on Funimation's website. I have such a squeaky chair. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this full preview / first impression of Psycho-Pass. Just as a reminder, or if you guys missed my video from yesterday, I am currently taking your questions for a special Q&A video as a thank you for 5,000 subscribers, which is the awesome of all the sauces. I'm really looking forward to doing that, so continue leaving me your questions. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Who happen to be potential criminal, who happen to be a special, nope, so close. What am I saying? What, where am I? Run-on sentence. Beep, beep, beep.